Yo, I had to redo this shit because my shit was muted the whole time when I tried to do this shit before. But yo, going to speak on this Tory Lanez situation. The nigga was stabbed 14 times, yo. You get what I'm saying? In the California State Prison. I don't know the name of the shit and how the shit transpired and why I don't know. All I can say is like if you ask me, the nigga always gave off the impression, like the attitude, the cockiness, like yo, he larger than life. He above everybody, everybody beneath him. Who's to say if he took that same attitude inside the prison walls and shit? Then you know you got a whole lot of D riders in there and shit too. So him being touched is impossible when you got people feeling clinging on to this motherfucker for monetary gain, and he a star known as a superstar and shit. So y'all know how that shit be. But for this inmate to brutally attack him the way he did, wait, yo, that shit, I don't know how the hell Tory Lanez is still alive. The nigga got stabbed in the back 6 times, stabbed in the torso, I think four. You get what I'm saying? Then he was stabbed in the back of the head twice, and his jaw was open from a cut. You get what I'm saying? So they was trying to take Tory Lanez up out of this motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? Like who's to say if he's serving a 10-year sentence? So who's to say if he gets in that motherfucker and try to play this yeah, because he always had this tough like image, like he'll touch somebody or somebody can be touched. So who's to say if he took um that same persona with him to prison. You get what I'm saying? So, and that led to him got there and getting this little treatment that's going on with him now and shit. You go around this motherfucker acting cocky, and then who's to say if a motherfucker gave him some type of rank because of the bank? If y'all understand what I'm saying, like people that has that money and they hold an image of a big influence. You get what I'm saying? So people will make you their leader just because of that. You get what I'm saying? So who's to say if he took this demise because of that? You get what I'm saying? But we're going to read some shit, and I was going to let you all listen at the father, but the father is speaking like spiritual, biblical type stuff. Like it's gonna take forever for him to get to the point of why he want his son pardoned. Your son is a goddamn inmate just like everybody else. You get what I'm saying? So what makes Tory Lane so special? You get what I'm saying? But we ready to read this shit. As y'all can see, Daystar Peterson, that's Tory Lane's real name, is currently serving a 10-year sentence after he was convicted of 3 firearm charges over the 2020 shooting, which left Meg Thee Stallion wounded with bullet fragments in her foot. Now we ready to get to the stabs and shit. Let me see. I'm gonna highlight this shit. Huh. This keypad is sensitive here, real sensitive. Damn. All right, we're ready to read this. Oh my God. Y'all bear with me. All right. When y'all see Peterson, they speaking on Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez rep said he was stabbed 14 times, including 7 wounds to the back, 4 to his torso, and 2 to the back of his head, and that both his lungs had collapsed. What? Yo, that shit is crazy, son. Sunstar Peterson said on Wednesday, Sunstar is Tory Lanez daddy. All right. So on Wednesday, he said that Tory Lanez, we all see Peterson, they speaking on Tory Lanez. He said that Tory Lanez was stabbed also under his left cheekbone and that his jaw was open. Oh my God. Peterson is breathing on his own again. Sunstar Peterson said. Sunstar Peterson, that's his daddy. But look, he had to have his back turned kicking it with somebody or a motherfucker just blindsided that nigga when he leaning on the rail just looking down at the other inmates or watching TV or something because look at how this shit went down. It said 7 wounds to the back and in the back of his head. So out of one of these stabs, one of these stab wounds, right, led to him probably like noticing, like, yo, I'm stabbed. He tried to run, ha ha ha, motherfucker stabbing him again. Then he catch up with him and then swing that bitch around Tory Lane's front side, ha ha ha, and stab him up 4 more times. Then Tory Lane break away and try to run, and the motherfucker catch that nigga in the back of the head, ha ha. You get what I'm saying? And then come across him again to the face. That where he got that stab, and man, this motherfucker face gonna be fucked up. Head gonna be stitched up and everything. Like, listen at like they tried to whoever this dude was trying to take this nigga out. And like I said, we don't know what the fuck Tory Lane's been into since he been down. If you ask me, this nigga, I told you all, the nigga always gave off an image like he larger than life, like he'll get people touched and all of this and that. And you from Canada, you get what I'm saying? But that don't mean nothing though. You get what I'm saying? It sounds like I'm hating. But look, the nigga got stabbed 7 times in the back, yo. That's in the back. 2 times in the back could have took him away, but let alone 4 to his torso. That dude was hitting spots that the motherfucker don't want you alive no more. You get what I'm saying? Then 2 to the back of his head. All of these wounds are supposed to be fatal. You get what I'm saying? Like fatal wounds. You get what I'm saying? Like hitting them points and shit where it's no coming back from that shit. And then the motherfucker got hit in the jaw with the knife. And who's to say what type of knife that shit was, what type of shape that shit was? You get what I'm saying? So that nigga was supposed to be taken out of here. And whoever, if it was a hit or whoever did this shit, was trying to get him away from this shit. Like when I say away from this shit, I'm talking about away from existence, away from breathing again. You get what I'm saying? So who knows what type of repercussions coming from this shit? You get what I'm saying? Because we don't know if this motherfucker goes in that bitch, and like I was saying um, before this right here and shit, right? Who's to say who gave Tory Lanez some type of leadership in that bitch? Because we all know and have heard of anybody can go in that bitch and be somebody if you're a nobody out here. Long as you got that bag, long as you can help get drugs in. You get what I'm saying? This nigga got access to numerous females sending him pictures and shit. Who's to say who D-Ride goddamn Tory Lanez to the point like, yo, we come to this decision to make you the leader of this certain compound or whatever the case may be because you got the bag to get somebody touched. You got the bag to get the drugs in. And you known for having females and shit. So what niggas is not going to cling to you and deride you and um host you up to goddamn some type of leadership? Now, holding leadership comes to calling shots and letting shots not be called. So if a motherfucker can get to you, you get what I'm saying? You are prized. So all the leaders are prizes. Most leaders don't get touched because of they calling shots from segregation some goddamn well, or they always got 5 people around them and shit to the point where it's gonna be very hard to touch the motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? So who's to say that all right, it was the time to catch Tory Lanez slipping, and this is the perfect opportunity, and this is what comes from that shit. So, like I told y'all, who's to say what Tory Lanez did when he got in that motherfucker, trying to act like he larger than life? He was acting like that out here, and that shit that happened in that car. Who's to say if Meg the Stallion lied, or who's to say if goddamn Tory Lanez lied? But I'm telling you all, that nigga always gave off that image and that cockiness, far as like he can get motherfuckers touched. And y'all know how motherfuckers be with that mouth. And you get what I'm saying? So who's to say if a hit was put out on him or what? And that goes back to saying, like, when you come in that motherfucker, motherfuckers know this Tory Lanez, they're gonna deride your ass. And for before long, you're gonna accumulate relationships. Motherfuckers gonna befriend your ass. You get what I'm saying? So they see you got that bag. Now you looking like you got people rocking with you. So guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna look out for the whole dormitory. You're gonna goddamn, you got the bag, you worth millions. So who's to say if you go to commissary one day and just look out for everybody in the pod? Now you really got love. So now motherfuckers gonna come to you as like, yo, holding you up to some type of leadership or some type of position to call shots amongst your dormitory. Because guess what? Now that you known as Tory Lanez and shit, now everybody know your books is damn stacked. Ain't no telling how much money on your books. Now you can get them drugs in. You get what I'm saying? And you can goddamn have different bitches sending you different pictures and shit, and then having them write your cellmates and shit like that. So who's to say what caused this nigga to get 18 times? And like I just told you all, the nigga always carried this larger than life cocky attitude from what I always seen of Tory Lanez. You get what I'm saying? And he a Canadian. Oh, let me stop because it sound like I'm hating again. You get what I'm saying? So that's my take on this Tory Lanez. But we're gonna read this one more time so this shit can sink in. The nigga had 7 stab wounds to his back, yo. Who knows? Who's to say if the weapon used was 13 inches, 12 inches? You get what I'm saying? Then to his torso. That's his chest, stomach area. Motherfucker was trying to take him out. And then 2 to the back of the head. And 2 of these areas, wounds, 7 wounds to the back and 2 wounds to the back of the head, means that this motherfucker back was turned. He was either fleeing or he was goddamn just caught off guard, like kicking it with somebody, and then a motherfucker just came up. Oh shit, I'm getting stabbed. Phew, you take off to try to get your distance and then get your composure going. You get what I'm saying? But before you can break away, the motherfucker grab you, pull you back to him, and give you 4 to the chest. You break away again some type of way, he catch you in the back of the head. You get what I'm saying? And then how he hit you in the jaw with that bitch and open your shit up. Boy, like I said, this shit can bend him fleeing. You get what I'm saying? Or it's either or. He was either fleeing after the first stab or his back was turned while he was talking with someone. You get what I'm saying? Then you can easily come up to somebody and gut him with that goddamn steak knife, that shank, or whatever weapon of choice. You get what I'm saying? But that's my take on this whole Tory Lane shit, man. I had to redo this shit because when I first did it about 20, 30 minutes ago, my shit was muted. So I was just talking and y'all didn't hear shit I was saying. Appreciate the views though, man. Y'all go check out my Twitch as well because I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube.